On our last point of this episode, let's get to Shelf Corporation. So I'll let you go into that because I'm a student here. I'm taking notes on Shelf Corporations.
Beautiful. So I need y'all to think about Shelf Corporation like fine wine. So a lot of times I've seen these movies where somebody might go in and order a Bordeaux from 69 or 1891 Bordeaux or whatever the case might be. And what made wine so good was age. If you sit up there and you let a great year, a great crop age really well, that wine tastes smooth as could be. So same thing with age corporations, right? An age corporation is somebody started a corporation years ago, let that corporation sit on the shelf, gain age, then pulled it off of the shelf and put it to work. Just like that wine, you will drink that wine after so many years of it aging. You would use that corporation after so many years of being in business. Now, let me tell you why that is important. One of my clients who acquired the age corporation from us, she had previously got denied. She was doing Airbnb in a luxurious condominium, a really nice condominium, but they had a requirement. They had a requirement that you be in business at least 2 years. She had only been in business 6 months, so they denied her. So she came to me and said, Mr. Maroney, do you have age corporation? I need one that's at least 2 years old. So I went on the shelf, pulled the Shelf Corporation that was 5 years old, right? Activated the Shelf Corporation, and she was able to use that Shelf Corporation, and now she has about 5 Airbnbs. She's doing about $25,000 a month with her 5 Airbnbs. So it went from a no to a yes because she had an age corporation. So first and foremost, Shelf Corporation gets its name because somebody bought a corporation years ago and placed it on the shelf. Make sense?
So when you say a shelf, what is that shelf? What is the
so
shelf?
One thing about, let's think, your corporation is a couple of pieces of papers, right? So if you go and get a corporation, LLC somewhere, they do some, they give you some paperwork showing that you own that corporation. Now, let's say if I went today and I went to, let's say Texas, a Secretary of State, and I bought a corporation, right? Now I could take those pieces of paper and I could put them on the shelf and let them age. I could pay the annual license fee every year and keep them in good standing. But basically, I bought it to let it age, just like you would let wine sit up in a rack in the basement and let it age. Same thing with corporations. So there's companies that go out and they form corporations every time and put them on the shelf and let them age because they can sell them for more. The lady who bought the Shelf Corporation bought it for $3,000, but now she's making $25,000 a month. So that was a great return on investment for her. So age just means that a shelf just means that it's been sitting on the shelf getting aged for a certain amount of time, preferably for years. And the way it normally works is for every year it's about $1,000. So if you buy a 2-year corporation, maybe about $2,000. You buy a 3-year corporation, it's normally about $3,000. We just sell ours for $3,000, but we make sure it's 5 years or better, because we want you to be able to get approved for as much funding as possible. Now, Shelf Corporation is just age. Now, there's something called Age Credit Ready Corporation, which means that I don't just have an age corporation. I put it into compliance. I made sure that corporation had a website. It made sure it had a commercial address. It had a telephone number tied to that, right? It already had credit in it with Sam's, Walmart, Home Depot, and everything else. So I wasn't content on just letting it sit on the shelf. I wanted to build out the credit on that corporation, because when somebody acquire an age credit ready corporation, that age credit ready is ready for funding because it meets all the lender compliance, plus it has business credit already inside of it. And now this age credit ready corporation can get the maximum amount of funding. So I tell people this all the time, that I help a couple that was on Section 8 and welfare to get funding. What I skip over is the fact that years before I took them to the bank, they had opened up a corporation. They just didn't do anything with it, right? Because they thought opening up a corporation was going to automatically bring them money. So both of them, the husband and wife, each had opened up a corporation, but they didn't do anything with it. It just sat on the shelf, right? So when it came time to get them funding, we activated that age corporation that was at least 2 years old, and all they needed was to be able to have an optimized profile. So that age corporation that was in lender compliance and an optimized credit profile got that family $148,000. You understand? But it had to be 2 years. The bank required for that company to have at least 2 years on it for them to give them what's called a no-doc loan, low doc or no doc. That means that nothing that you're saying is going to be verified. If you tell them that you plan on making $500,000, they take it at your word. I mean, if you tell them that you're planning on growing to 10 employees, they take it at the word, as long as your credit profile could back up that low doc loan. But the requirement of this particular bank, Fidelity Bank, was that you be in business at least 2 years. So this is where Age Corporation came in to offset the fact that this company was not making funds at the time.